Alright, it's John. This is from my tools and equipment class at the college for the guys in the building maintenance program. So we're going to talk about wrenches today, and there's different types. So, one of the first ones everybody's going to have, most likely they probably have at home, is a crescent or an adjustable. I call it crescent because that's the way I learned it as a kid. They're handy. They're not. They shouldn't be the first choice. You really want to get a wrench that fits what you're doing. So this is a typical crescent. This crescent is what I like to have around because of the narrow end. Now, I always learned when something had an end like this, they called it a spud. For a spud wrench, that may be wrong, but that's the way I learned it. And typically it was iron workers who had these. It was easy to put in holes, pull things into place. They're good. I like this. And I typically try to keep it in my bag if I know I'm going to do something heavy. If I'm not doing anything heavy, I don't carry it around with me. So now these are locking pliers. These are long nose locking pliers. Pretty much everybody would call them vice grips because that was the original company. I think Irwin owns Vice Grip now. But locking pliers are very handy, especially when you're trying to hold things in place. Then we have, let's go. So this is a double box end wrench. It's box ends, and it's an offset. And this is the example I have here. I've had this for a long time, and I forgot why I originally got it. It was for a specific job I was doing, but I just kept it around because it'll come in handy when I need it because I can get in some weird spots with it. Then this was a tool that came with another tool, most likely with one of my saws. You'll get these with different pieces of equipment when they come in. Always save them. They're handy to have around. It's just a simple stamped steel wrench part, a nut portion cut out. So this is a combination wrench. It has an open end and a box end. So it's a combination wrench. This wrench, they're handy. You just got to figure out what size you're normally going to deal with and try to keep those on you and not worry about too much else. Now, this is a ratcheting. It's a box end, but it's ratcheting on both ends. Sometimes they're referred to as refrigerator wrenches, things like that. But they're handy as well. Here's a combination wrench, but on the box end side, it's a ratcheting. So they come out pretty good. This is one I got at Harbor Freight to experiment with. And like with my Harbor Freight tool, when I buy something at Harbor Freight, if I need something, I'll cut them, I'll weld them, I'll do what I need to do to make them work. And then I have this one. And you'll see it has an offset. Now this is a Blue Point. I'm not going to chop this one up just to go use it for something else, but I will go find another less expensive tool if I need to adapt it. And then this one is a flexible combination on the box end. It's flexible and it's ratcheting. They're handy as well. I don't do as much industrial work where I needed the wrenches as much, so most of them usually just stay in my toolbox at home or on the truck in case I do need them, but I usually don't run into that as an issue. Now there is one of these kind of combination wrenches. It's an adjustable box end. I've had this for a very long time. It has gotten me out of a lot of jams. It's really good when I'm running all thread. Like I said, I haven't been doing much commercial work lately or industrial, so I don't use it as much, but I do keep it around because it is handy. This is a chain wrench. I'm not going to give a demonstration in here. I'll try to do one in class one time. But I use it for pipe. I also use strap wrench for pipe. Chain wrench will mar things. If I don't want it marred, I use a strap wrench. They both do the same thing. They wrap around, you crank them. these are something you'll have to get used to and adjusted to. It's not always as easy as it seems. And then we have the adjustable pipe wrench. I always keep a pipe wrench at least on the truck because they come in handy. It depends, varying sizes. I don't keep very big one on there. So something like this is what I'll use. Sometimes you'll hear them call it a monkey wrench, but they're handy. That's the wrenches I got laying around in my shop right now at home. So we're going to call this one, and we'll see what they got at the school when we do class. That ends this one.